When you walk up to this 1987 Buick T-Type, it might look like a stock 40,000 mile car, but it's far from it. Stick around for the test drive video to find out everything that's been done. All right, y'all, we have a really cool car for you guys today. I say that a lot because we get a ton of really cool cars here at PC Classic Cars, but this one is just badass front to back, inside and out. For starters, it is a 1987 Buick T-Type, so very similar to the Grand National, the same platform, but this is the T-Type, so it still is a turbo 3.8 liter 6-cylinder, which is the original block, and then it also has a 200R4 automatic overdrive transmission, which is also factory for the car. But that's about where it stops when it's stock. Everything else mechanically has been done to this car. It has an aftermarket larger TA49 Works Garrett turbo. It has an aftermarket intercooler, excuse me. It's tuned, it's got a chip. It's got all kinds of mechanical stuff done. I'll run through the list a little bit later in the video, but it absolutely hauls ass. It'll peg the boost needle to like 25, 30 pounds of boost. So we are running about 100 octane in this. That's what you're gonna wanna run if you're gonna drive it conservatively, unless you put the different tune in there where you have it tuned for 93. But right now we're running it on about 100 octane, and it will roast the rear tires. It is a absolute blast of a street car, while still retaining cold AC, power steering, power disc brakes. You do also have a line lock up front. Pulls really hard. You can hear that aftermarket blow-off valve. Really, from a dead stop, this thing, excuse me, will absolutely just blow the tires off. But under regular driving conditions like this, it performs fantastic. Once it is warmed up, it doesn't have any idling issues. If it's cold and you start trying to idle the car, let it sit there and warm up, you do have to feather the throttle just a little bit till you get some temperature in the motor, and then it won't have any idling issues. But drivability is fantastic. Again, we'll run through a lot of the mechanical stuff a little bit later in the video. I'll give you guys a rundown of what we know, but there's all kinds of receipts and paperwork for this car. Clean Carfax, clean auto check as well. On the interior, it's a factory gray interior, which is in amazing condition. The seat covers front and rear are excellent. Carpet looks good, floor mats are great, top of the dash, even the speaker grill area where those always get cracked up. There's a couple little spots, but it's not bad at all. You do have an aftermarket sound system. You have the digital gauges, which is really cool. The factory T-Type steering wheel. You have all of your power options, windows, locks, tilt. You have your center console with floor shifter with the oil pressure and water temperature gauges, and then you do have two aftermarket A-pillar gauges for your air-fuel ratio and then your boost gauge. It does have the aftermarket Sony stereo with kick panel speakers. Excuse me, not kick panel speakers, door panel speakers. When you kick the stereo on, it's not picking up any radio stations. The power antenna is not going up, but it is set up where you can hook your phone up to it. There's a USB setup there, so if you do want to play your tunes, you can hook it up to your phone, but just the actual FM AM is not picking up any stations. So that's one of the little things that's not working. A couple other little disclaimers on this one. Just from the top, again, the stereo's not picking up any actual FM channels or AM channels. Your oil pan is leaking just a little bit of fluid. Any turbo car, it's going to be notorious that you're going to get a little fluid drips here and there. But from the bottom of the oil pan, you have a few little seepage spots. And then again, the power antenna is not working, and the cruise is a little intermittent. We'll try it again on the way back. A couple other little notes on the interior here. When you flip open the ashtray door, there is some aftermarket switches in there for some fans, and then a couple other little open switch spots as well. You do not have to mess with those if you don't want. You do have your Scan Master here. And just again, this is an amazing, amazing Buick T-Type. I love the fact that it is a T-Type and not a Grand National. Don't get me wrong, love my Grand Nationals as well, but these T-Types, just a little bit fewer and far between, and just pretty kick-ass cars. And with all the stuff done on this one, it's an amazing, amazing T-Type. The Does It Work section and the disclaimer stuff can be found in the additional media tab, so make sure you guys check that out. It's on the website, PCClassicCars.com. Click on this car, scroll to the bottom of the page, and you'll see that additional media section. Man, it pulls well. this car can get away from you really quick. The interesting thing with these cars is when they have a ton of power like this one, they still don't feel like crazy fast, but you can get sideways, you can get loose really quick, and this car can get away from you in 2.3 seconds. The boost kicks on really hard. It will wrap that gauge. On the underneath for this Buick, it's fantastic. The floors are excellent, no issues of any kind. It really represents great. Frame rails are awesome, floor pans are great, no problems of any kind on the undercarriage. And on the exterior, it's the metallic gray. Paint quality is in fantastic condition. It has a couple of the notorious things that these cars get. You have a few of the little darker spots in the paint, they look like dark spots. A few little hazy, like metallic areas on the deck lid. Other little touch-ups and little scuffs here and there, but it's all minor stuff. Overall, cosmetically, it really is in great condition. Wheels are in great shape. You have a cheater slick on the rear. Front tires look good as well. Bumper fillers have definitely been repainted. The bumpers themselves are in nice condition. The trim, all of that really shows nice on this car. As far as your suspension, you have a lot of aftermarket tubular suspension upgrades. You also have the drive shaft loop. No complaints, still retains a stock style road feel to it. Doesn't beat you to death at all, and it is a tight driving car. The power steering is factory style setup, does what we want it to do, no problems there. And then just a little bit of a recap for y'all on some of the mechanical stuff. I'll just kind of read you some lists. So as far as the exhaust, it's manifolds, does have the crossover. It's a full aftermarket 3-inch exhaust with ATR muffler. You have the aftermarket turbo with the blow-off valve. You have an ATR intercooler. You got the Turbo Tweaks custom chips, and there's multiple chips that y'all can install. It's got the cold air intake, aftermarket fuel pressure regulator. And then again for the suspension, front and rear sway bars, tubular rear lower control arms, rear airbag helpers in the back, and coil springs. And then again, that drive shaft loop, stock style 10-bolt rear end. Just a killer car, and that's just some of the things that have been done. The receipts are kind of endless on this car. Looks like it went through some mechanical upgrades like in the 90s, and then also kind of like a refresh and some changes in like 2012, 2010 area. The receipts will go with the car, and you can also see photos of all that in the additional media tab. Really fun T-Type to drive. Inside the trunk in the back, you do have an aftermarket amplifier. Other than that, it looks pretty clean, very factory OE back there. You have your RPO codes on the bottom side of the deck lid. And I can't say enough about how clean the inside of this car is. It really represents like a 15,000 mile car in here. For 40,000 miles, it represents excellent. Your only real complaints are, again, just a dark little spot in the headliner over there, a couple little cracks in the speaker grills up on the upper portion of the dash, and that's about it. Everything else is fantastic. Gotta love that blow-off valve. It sounds awesome. Inside the engine compartment, absolutely nothing in there looks stock. It is the original block, and everything else after that has been modified and upgraded for all the performance modifications on this car. Again, the list is endless. It'll go on and on and on about all of the cool things that were done. This thing hauls ass. It's an absolute blast to drive. Your disclaimer list is down to a couple small little imperfections in the paint and body, and then the little power antenna not working, stereo not picking up any radio stations, and that's really about it. Not sure there's anything that I would do on this car. It is that kick-ass of a Buick T-Type, something that you can pull up to the street races with and have a blast with, pull up to your local car meets and probably be the only one there with a Buick T-Type, or one of the only ones there with a Buick T-Type, and this car is just really nice front to back. And it's clean Carfax, clean auto check, 40,446 actual miles. It just doesn't get much better than this. I did also forget to mention, this is a manual seat car, so it slides forward and back on the manual slider up here in front of the seat. You have your manual remote mirror over here on the driver's side, and then you have power windows and power locks. aggressive pull for you. It'll roast those rear tires. That's why you build these cars, is to have some fun with them. Go out and just really enjoy what you're doing when you're driving these cars. And as you can see, I'm having an absolute blast. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1987 Buick T-Type from myself and everybody here at PC Classic Cars. We appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out that additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, and we will catch you guys on the next test drive video.